Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome to Little Tourneys. This is our fourth and final match of the night. It's going to be Protect the Boss facing off against Horizon 5. I'm Pyrotechnics, your play-by-play, and I'll be joined by Barnaby Jones on the color.
Hi everyone! Yes, you all normally do see me as the very first game of the evening, but since it's my only off night, I decided I actually wanted to sleep in a little bit, so I will be doing the finals with you guys instead. Also,
It's good to have you, Barnaby.
thank you.
Don't get to see you this late, man.
I know, right?
Nice.
Anyway, for my loyal fan who wanted to stay up since she has to go to a class tomorrow at 9 o'clock, Delirious Coconut, and there's your call out so you can stay and continue watching
you
the stream.
squeezed it in at the beginning. Okay.
Oh, see,
I gave her a shout out way later. Okay, all right. Well, the bands are already really quick, so we got to go into them. First off, taken for Protect the Boss, they get rid of Caitlyn, Zed, and Yasuo. So those are fairly standard, I would say. Zed's kind of a toss-up pick, and their opponents are actually gonna be a little more targeted. Horizon 5, they've been obviously watching the stream too, because they banned out Tristana, they banned out Evelynn, and they banned out Malzahar, who have been three really popular picks for Protect the Boss.
Yes, they have been. Yes, they have been. Caitlyn, she's kind of getting more into that fame now. A lot of people are starting to pick her up also. Zed, that almost seems a little bit like a target ban, but he is quite deadly also to go with it. Tristana, Evelynn, Malzahar, all three big champions Protect the Boss has been using this whole tournament. So there is that.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do pretty well with the deviation from the lineup. Remember, this is only a singular game for the finals, not a best of three, so this is for all the marbles. Bunch of RP and a Triumphant Rise skin. And, well, the picks, I think they managed to do pretty well with the different pool. Desired names, on is Renekton as usual. Seal, opting for Lucian instead.
Yes. So Lucian, Leona, quite a very good combo to go with it, so it'll be a little interesting now since they won't be having that Tristana to go with it. Then, what do we got? We got the Vi here. Some people like the Vi pick here, some people don't. Some people still like the banner. It's all quite mixed reviews, but coming out is an Ezreal.
Yeah,
So,
and the Thresh and Rise too. So those are, those aren't really uncommon picks. Vi, I think it's a pretty solid pickup in the jungle because when you're dealing with a Lucian Leona bot lane, you're going to want to hard engage really fast and early when you gank because you'll get turned around on. You need to be tanky. You need to be able to survive it, and it could be the front line they need if they come out of there. Nutmuffin and Natsu on those other two could be pretty good for them. And the Rise pickup in the top is good as well against Renekton, of course.
Yes. Going onward here, the Ezreal, always a safe ADC to go with here. Definitely been using him a lot more for my ranking wise, and he's one of those champions. Oh, I made a mistake. Let me just hop away real quick. But going on with that Rise, most likely a Rise top as expected. Him hovering over the Scion, is that an actual confirmed Scion or is that a troll?
I think they're going to be picking up the Scion. So that that looks like that's the mid lane pick there, and the other hover is of course over Pantheon. Since Evelyn's not allowed, nope, he changes the Scion at the last minute. So it's going to be Orianna instead. We still got 15 seconds to pick, but that would be a little bit more of a conventional pickup since they don't know what they're up against in the mid lane. Nope, now they're shifting over again. Morgana. Could be either way. Oh, they locked the Morgana. So that's going to be a mid lane Morg. I haven't seen that in a while.
I saw one in a ranked game a little bit ago, but yeah, like I said, it's not common that it happens, but when it does happen, it actually hurts. A little sad that she actually did fall off the big spotlight of mid laners for a while there.
Yeah. I don't think there's really a reason that she did, other than that there's other mid laners that can do her job a little bit more effectively. But again, she's a utility mid lane, just like she is in the support role, and that's been the trend lately. You don't need your AP mid to be the one who blows people up, unless you're LeBlanc maybe. You want to be able to lock people down, and that's why they've been doing the Malzahar quite a lot, but they couldn't get it this time. So we'll see what Captain Lukey can make of that one as well. And the last pick, of course, Slayer's David taking the Pantheon. Looks like Horizon 5 are going to answer back with a Vigar. Talon.
Okay. I was about to say, if he picks Vigar, he's totally going to counter himself there. That would just be bad news for him in all-around aspect. But, going onward...
Yeah, that's a little smarter.
Yeah, a little smarter to go with the Talon there on that one. But, yeah, I was about to say, if he does lock in that Vigar, he will be countering himself there. Morgana can just Black Shield herself, walk right through, and just, lock him up and kill him. But originally when Morgana was released, she was actually supposed to be a support, but since she had such high scalings and high base damage, people started taking her mid because she could do that burst down utility lock that they needed. Well, the problem is that champions started like really coming to play that were big burst downs. Like Cassidy started getting his name, Ari was getting her name for a bit. Ziggs was for a little bit, and then they nerfed him, and then they buffed up even assassins like Akali, Zed, Talon. So then he fell off, so then they ended up buffing him up a little bit, and then they nerfed all the assassins, and now look where Ziggs is at. Ziggs is just the beast of the mid lane right now.
Yeah, it's funny how things tend to rotate popularity. One other thing I always notice is that either Kale or Morgana is popular in the meta, but not both at the same time.
There is that. It's always one or the other of the sisters there, so that is something to take note on. So don't worry, Kale is getting her love here in a little bit.
She'll come back around soon enough. We'll see. Well, she's also kind of hurt by the Lich Bane nerfs.
And to an extent, I mean,
it's just a lot of people are really, really. There's always a knee-jerk reaction sometimes in the community of like, oh well, I can't play this anymore because the item changed, and it takes a while for people to readjust. The game balances on a dime, right?
Yeah. There's also that aspect on every time I've had a kill in my game, every time she built Lich Bane is the time I haven't won. Every time they go with that Deathfire, the Naster's Tooth, the Deathfire, the Void Staff, and the Death Cap, I've won. So I never thought Lich Bane Kale was that strong anyway.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they end up making of it since there's no Kale in this one. We don't have to worry. I want to see how this mid lane Morgana plays out, especially against the Talon. It's not even the only option they could do. They could opt to swap the top lane with the mid, and they could take a mid lane Renekton against Talon. That might be what they end up doing.
Talon would just smash Renekton then, and that would just be bad juju. You're going to have to put Morgana there. The thing Morgana can do is Talon will like start to show himself when he will jump in. So if he does it if she does it correctly, she can Black Shield herself. He'll jump in with the silence. He can throw down the Dark Binding and then all that on top of Talon once he jumps, but it's all going to rely on that Black Shield. She's going to have to make sure she gets that before the silence comes out, otherwise she probably will die from the huge burst that Talon does bring.
Yeah, if he does start snowballing ahead, he'd probably start roaming pretty well too, and Horizon 5 have a pretty solid team to find picks and pull people out. If they can win this landing phase, they could take the game really easily, but we'll see what their opponents have to answer with. I think this is a nice defensive setup for Protect the Boss. They've shown that they really can get the right people fed and get themselves to the late game. We'll see if they can do that again.
Yeah, there is that. Something else to go with here on the Talon, which I'm expecting we're going to see a lot of, is we're going to see a lot of Talon burst. We're going to see them get a lot of kills. This is kind of expected now, almost, for Talon to get tons of kills really fast early on, but then it's either he's going to completely carry for you because no one is trying to focus him at all, and he'll just go right for your carries, burst them, kill them instantly, or everyone's going to start protecting them, heal for them, and it just won't matter how fed Talon is because Talon at that point will be squishy, and the carries can actually kill him like they need to.
Yeah, mid lane's going to determine a lot of the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if they really key off Renekton in the top because he is weak to the Rise pickup, and if I direct a lot of attention there, they get some early kills. The double-edged sword is then they give up Dragon Control in the bot lane, and the bot lane for Protect the Boss has been pretty strong historically, even when they've been running something a little bit different than the combo we saw last game with Tristana. I think it's a pretty strong overall for them, so we won't worry too much about it, but run out of time for pregame analysis. Into the final match, and guys, it's time for the Skin War Best War, the last one of the night. Are you ready?
But you and your Skin War Best War
thing ever.
No,
don't even question it.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah, it's the best.
No.
All right. I'll run through it quickly because you obviously are having best time ever.
I'm listening. I'm being a 5-year-old right now.
Protect the Boss. He's got Pool Party Renekton, Defender Leona, and Blackthorn Morg for a triple skin combo. Nicely done, but they are going to be outshined by their opponents. Horizon 5 picking up that TPA Ezreal, Officer Vi. Actually, no, it's only 3 skins. Also, I missed the Rise one. And Dragonblade Talon, so it's a tie. It's a tie. You happy now?
Yes, if it wasn't Defender Leona and actually something else. But actually, I could give some love to the Defender Leona. That was actually one of those skins I didn't want to buy for the longest time because I had her other one that came out, Valkyrie. And then when I actually saw that one in game, I was like, okay, this is pretty boss. She's got spikes on her hands and spikes everywhere, and she's just a big old spike tank. I can dig that one. I can dig the Blackthorn also. I definitely like the roots and stuff that you see from it, the rootiness of the thorns and plants and stuff. It's like Zyra, but better.
The rootiness.
Yeah, the rootiness. It's Zyra, but better. And then you have Dragonblade Talon there with a little bit of a reference to the Prince of Persia, and I believe his name's Hyrule, if I remember correctly, is what the reference is of that one. I don't remember exactly.
There's a lot of cool, subtle stuff that they put in, a lot of Easter eggs that Riot likes to put into their skins in a lot of the different parts of their game. So we're loading up onto the Rift, but almost instantaneously we have a pause, possibly a disconnect, and we'll ascertain the cause of that quick for you. But so far, we can't really tell what's going on with the game because we haven't had an opportunity.
Ezreal is saying in-game that the jungler is the one that crashes.
Okay, so the Vi?
Yes, the Vi was saying that.
All right, well, we're probably going to have just a couple minutes of downtime then, and just a refresher on the rules. There are allowed a total number of, I believe it was 3 pauses per team?
Oh, is that what we switched it to, was 3 pauses now?
I think we switched to 3 at this point. I'll have to get a confirmation from the referees, as it were.
Because I remember before it used to be the 2 with the 10-minute wait.
Yeah, the 10-minute total
minutes.
is definitely what we're still sticking with, but I think we've allowed for an additional pause. Oh, it's actually, okay, so it's 2 per game.
5 each.
Yeah,
5 minutes for each pause.
For each pause, yeah, 5 minutes for each pause altogether. So it still only is the 2, but it gives a total of 10 minutes. They should be able to reconnect in that time, so that's not going to be an issue.
Yes, it is. And Delirious Coconut right now doesn't believe me that I own every skin in the game right now, and even Fiery here can confirm that one. Just because
I know you own every skin.
Yeah,
brag about it all the time, Barnaby.
She's
we
in an argument
back.
with me right now.
We got Vi back in the game. All right. Okay, so we're just about back in, and the pause time will run down just a little bit, but that's that one pause. Going to be burnt. Unfortunate timing for Horizon 5, but typically you don't need these pauses in the event, except for in the event is things like that anyways.
Yes, it is.
So the game's getting back in. We've only seen a couple of items bought because it just happened so quick anyway.